Let's make sure everything's okay. All right, audio sounding good. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the New England Patriots rebuild in Madden 24. It's your boy Malin. So things are looking a little bit different because at the end of the last live stream that I did, we ran into some problems, if you will. I tried to make it so that we actually had a guy, the coach was named Bill Belichick and that it was accurate. Unfortunately, it didn't work. We went 5-12 and we got fired. So I had to start everything all over again. And as you can see, the first season of the rebuild actually did produce a playoff appearance. And not only was it a playoff appearance, but we actually won the AFC East. The Bills somehow finished with a losing record. The Dolphins and Jets both finished at 7-10, and we went 10-7. And we won the AFC East, made the playoffs. We lost in the wild card round to the Cleveland Browns. But this is still, in my opinion, considered a rebuild because there's going to be quite a few players that are going to be gone, and we're going to be looking to really rebuild this team into hopefully a Super Bowl championship caliber team. That's what I'm hoping to do. Who knows? This second season could go a little bit haywire. It could be worse than technically our first season was. So I made Tom Brady the owner. Why not make Brady the greatest quarterback of all time, put him in the owner's box, and give him a chance to run the show, if you will. So that's what we're going with. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the Pro Bowl roster, and I want to see what Patriots did make the Pro Bowl, if we do have some. Mac Jones did make the Pro Bowl. I think that's his second appearance in the Pro Bowl in his career. Did we have anybody else? Not really seeing anybody else. Oh, Hunter Henry made it. Okay, so Henry made the Pro Bowl. That's a little bit of a surprise. Trent Brown made it. And Dave Andrews made it. So we actually had, and also Anuwu made it as well. So who else? Who else made it? Any defensive players? I don't see any. Any special teamers? No. No defensive players, but we had a lot of offensive guys make it, so that's good. Good to see some Patriots getting to represent the team in the Pro Bowl over there in Vegas. So let's go ahead and let's get to the Super Bowl. Looks like we've got the Cowboys taking on the Chiefs in Super Bowl 58. So the first season of this rebuild is going to have the Cowboys going up against the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. I mean, the Cowboys are a OP team anyway. They have a lot of talent. I mean, that's why I was able to win the championship in my first season controlling them. So the MVP of the whole National Football League actually went to Russell Wilson, even though the Broncos finished 8-9. I don't even know if they made the playoffs. Coach of the Year went to Mike McCarthy of the Cowboys. Let's go to the AFC. Offensive Player of the Year went to Keenan Allen. No Patriots in there. Defensive Player of the Year, that went to Myles Garrett. Let's see. Offensive Rookie of the Year, C.J. Stroud. No Patriots in there. Defensive Rookie of the Year. Oh, we did have somebody in there. We had Keon White. He finished 9th for Defensive Rookie of the Year. Best quarterback. Where did Mac Jones finish number 10? Best running back. No Patriots there. No Zeke. Best receiver. No Patriots here either. Best offensive lineman. City So finished 5th. That's it. Best defensive lineman. No Patriots there either. Best linebacker. No Patriots there either. Best DB. No Patriots either. Best kicker. Chad Ryland finished 4th. And, yeah, so that's it. No real big Patriot in contention for any yearly awards. So let's go ahead and advance to next week. Let's get to the Super Bowl, and let's start to kind of wrap up the first season. Even though technically in the real live stream at the end, we finished 5-12, and we were not a very good team. The team is going to look a little bit different. I didn't make any moves. I didn't make any trades with the trade deadline and all that sort of stuff. So we're kind of just, going into this offseason with everything the way that it was when we started up the original league. So we're going to go with that. And it looks like the Chiefs beat the Cowboys 31-21 for their third Super Bowl championship in like 4 years. So, yeah. All right, so the Chiefs win it again. Mahomes probably won MVP. Let's actually take a look. Isaiah Pacheco actually won the MVP, so they beat them 31-21. MVP went to Russell Wilson. Offensive Player of the Year went to Cooper Kupp. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Myles Garrett. Bijan Robinson won Rookie of the Year. And Byron Young won Defensive Rookie of the Year. I don't really know who that is, but he's apparently a linebacker who plays for the Rams. All right, then. So, staff week. Based on now, obviously, the coach that we have in place is not Bill Belichick. It's a made-up guy. But our current coach, we're going to go ahead and keep our current staff intact as we move into the first full off-season of the rebuild. So let's go ahead and get into that. I want to get to the negotiating screen one more time because, unfortunately, I didn't take time during the simulation off camera after I had to restart everything to do the negotiations in the middle of the season. So guys like Trent Brown and our other offensive tackle, we need to go ahead and lock some of these guys in if we can. So we're going to see if we can do that. We have $110 million in cap room, so we've got some moves to do. Now Duggar is a guy that I think I'm actually going to let walk because we still have Jabril Peppers here, and I don't think bringing in him is going to be at the top of the list. But I do want to get Trent Brown to come back if he can. So let's see about this 2-year deal. I'm happy to sign and continue. Okay, so Trent Brown we've got back, so that's good. Maybe we can get some of these guys a little bit on the cheap side, but we'll see. Kendrick Bourne, let's see what he wants. Play for a great organization. Okay, so we've got Kendrick Bourne back, our best receiver, so he'll be back. And let's get Mike back as well. I don't want him to go. That's exactly the offer he's hoping for. Next season will be great. Okay, so we've got those guys back. Hunter Henry might have had a Pro Bowl season, but Gesicki I think is somebody that we should look maybe a little bit more into, unless he's asking for something that's absolutely crazy. Which one of these guys would be on the cheaper side? Let's see. 4 million. Okay, let's see. Which one can we get for a little less? Okay, so it looks like Gesicki may be a little bit of an easier deal. Excited to sign. Okay, so we're going to go with Gesicki over Henry. I made that decision last walkthrough, and I'm going to do the same thing. Zeke is up to an 81, but we still got Stevenson here, so we're going to let him walk. And Mills' interest is not up there, and I think we can get a better free safety in free agency. So we'll see. Josh, I think, is a guy that we can let walk away as well. I think I want to see if I can get another left outside linebacker. But here's the thing. Matthew Judon is going to be back next season, so I think letting Josh go is going to be okay. And the rest of these guys, none of them really pop out anyway. And, yeah, maybe Zappy, but I don't know. I think we can actually get a better backup. Is Zappy going to, break the bank for us, a 2-year deal, maybe? Let's just bring him back just in case. Offers perfect, can't wait till next year. Okay. We still got a whole lot in cap room left, but we're going to let a lot of these guys walk away. But the guys that we brought back, I like. Those are the guys that I wanted to retain anyway. So let's go ahead and move on to the offseason and get ready for that. Let's actually look at the retirements, because I want to see if anybody from the Patriots retired. My guess is that Slater probably retired. So let's see what happened with us. Did we have anybody retire? My guess is we probably did. So, yeah, we actually had quite a few. So, Matthew Slater retired after 16 years. Hey, he's been a great special teams player. Cody Davis retired, okay, and so did Lawrence Guy and Ty Montgomery. So, we had a bunch of guys retire from this season. Let me go to overall in the NFL and see who retired. It's probably the same bunch. Yeah, a lot of these guys are guys that always retire, so nobody really shocks me there. Wagner, Ryans, Demario Davis, Gould, Robert Quinn, Josh Johnson. Yeah, those are just old free agent guys that never get picked up because their overalls are low, so naturally the game just doesn't feel the need to pick them up. All right, so let's go to mock draft 3, and let's see what pick we have in the first round and see who they have us projected to select. So this is kind of altered a little bit, but this is still the regular draft class. Juwan Newton. No quarterback projected to be taken until number 12? Man, Caleb Williams must have had a down year in this version of this rebuild. He's not projected to go to the Raiders until pick number 12, which would be a good selection for them, but he must have had a drop-off season, or maybe it's just these teams don't really need quarterbacks. I mean, the Cardinals probably don't. Same thing with the Colts, because they drafted, Richardson. Yeah, I guess it makes sense. None of these teams really need a quarterback. Although technically, I would have maybe gone for Caleb Williams as a replacement for Kirk Cousins, but we'll see. By the way, he tore his ACL, so he's probably done for the season in real life anyway. Okay, well, where are we picking? We have the 23rd pick, and we're selected right now to take Cameron Kitchens out of Miami, I think. Yeah, Miami. So, I mean, I think that actually could be a direction that we go in, mostly because, our strong safety is fine because we still have Peppers back there. But we do need a new free safety because we're not bringing back Jalen Mills. So I think Kitchens could be a pretty good pick for us if he's still there. We don't really need offensive linemen per se in the first round. We can probably get some guy in the second round for the offensive line for just, depth reasons back there. So if Kitchen is available at pick 23, I think that may be who we go with. Basically draft our new starting free safety. Get a young guy in there, develop him, and let him go to work. Build through the draft if you can at times. Let's go ahead and advance because we've done the last-minute negotiations that we want to do, and we're going to go ahead and get to the offseason and kind of get this rolling a little bit. So let me go ahead to the roster right now and see what are some of the biggest holes that we just need to try to fill in free agency if we can, starting out. So let's see. So as far as quarterback, we're fine here. Jones actually got up to a 78 in this simulation. So I'm going to trust him for one more season and see how things go, and then maybe we can consider moving on. Stevenson's an 82, Nichols, and we got Roundtree, but Stevenson is our starting running back next season at 82 overall. With no Zeke taking away carries for him, he'll be the main guy, so that could actually help him develop a little bit more. We're pretty good at receiver too. We have a lot of young guys here, including Thornton, and we still have Juju, and we were able to bring back our top guy, Kendrick Bourne. And I think having Gesicki be our starting tight end is going to be okay at 82. So I think skill position-wise, we don't really need to invest a whole lot there. We could get a new left guard because we're kind of low there. City Snow had a decent year, but if we can get some guy in the 80s, because right now our offensive line, we got, a high 70 guy, we got 3 guys in the 80s, but right guard, I think we could definitely look at investing a little bit more there, maybe in the draft or free agency. Barrymore is a younger guy out of Alabama, 3 years, but 78 is kind of low for that. Dedrick Wise Jr. is going to be here for probably at least one more season, but we could use some more help there. Defensive tackle, we're going to need some help there, probably defensive tackle the most. Linebacker, Judon's coming back, but we need depth behind him, so we're probably going to look at that in free agency. Bentley's an 82, and Tavi is an 81, so our linebacking core is looking solid. Corners, we may not have to do as much in this first off season as I was kind of expecting, but we'll still probably look at a few options. So Adrian Phillips currently will be our starting free safety. I mean, that's okay. It's a little bit worse than Mills, but if we can draft that free safety out of Miami, I think that would be the good way to go. We don't need to do anything with special teamers, so I think we're pretty good there. So good thing is that this first off season, we didn't really lose a whole lot of guys, or that guys that we couldn't bring back due to free agency. So yeah, and as far as cap room, we got some money to spend as well.
Players mode, you have 3 evaluation.
So we're going to kind of see what we can do. We got, 62.6 million in cap. So we've got a lot of cap space. So let's just see who out here is even interested. Let me take a look at the offensive linemen out here and see, who we could, right guard was a position I was thinking I could get some upgrades to. Glasgow fits our scheme. He could be a guy that we bring in. City's not too far off from him, though, but I think maybe Glasgow could be a solid pickup. I don't think he has any other offers, so we might be able to get him a little bit on the cheap. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Maybe left end. See who's out here. Larry. Yeah. I don't think Larry's... defensive tackle, we need some help. Grover Stewart. I think that could be a good guy to invest in. Let's go ahead and see if we can get him in here on a one-year deal. That shot us up to the top of his list, so that's good. Left outside linebacker, maybe. No. Well, for depth, yes. We have Judon, but we do need somebody to back him up. So let's see. Is there anybody that fits our scheme? Zach Bond. Yeah. Let's just bring him in for maybe a one-year deal. And he fits our scheme too, so that's what we got to do. We got to kind of, sign guys that fit the scheme and, are solid. Ooh, Micah Hyde is out there at free safety. Wow, and he fits our scheme too. That could be a pretty good pickup for us, actually. Logan Ryan, we could bring him back. But I don't really know. I like that free safety but if we don't get him, we're going to be missing out on potentially getting a guy like Hyde that could be a difference for us. And then your running backs, just out of curiosity. Yeah, Kareem Hunt's an 81, but Stevenson is the better option. So we're probably going to, rock with him. We do need a fullback, actually. Let's go ahead and get Michael Burton in here. Fits our scheme too, so I think that'll be pretty solid. We can do one more negotiation, and receiver wise, Odell's out there, but we're pretty good at receiver. Let me see if there's a backup tight end that maybe we can get. Nobody really interested. Not really a whole lot going on. I say a win, but I think we're good at left guard as well. Yeah, nobody else is really popping out to me right now. Let's just go ahead and take a look at, maybe a third string backup we could bring in for quarterbacks. Darnold, Tannehill's out here. Yeah, this is going to be kind of a random idea, but let's just go ahead and bring in Ryan Tannehill, 69 overall. He's dipped, but we're going to bring him in on a one-year deal so we can get our third-string quarterback in here, basically, just to kind of, get another AFC East power going. So let me actually go back to that free agency screen to take a look at who we're all taking a look at for the first wave. We're already at 5 negotiations, but like I said, I don't really think we need to be messing around a whole lot in free agency because we're kind of okay where we are. So here's who we've targeted. Grover Stewart is our top-rated guy that we've targeted for defensive tackle. He would come in and be a starter. Graham Glasgow would probably be our new starting right guard. Bond would be the backup behind Judon. And Burton would be our new starting fullback, and Tannehill would be our third stringer. So those are our 5 negotiations we're going to open up with. And and see if we can get all of those guys, or maybe get close to getting all of them. So we'll see. Let's go ahead and advance to the next stage, see what happens next. All right, let's see about free agency. Who all did we get? Who did we sign? Hopefully we signed a few guys. So Bond and Burton are still considering our offers, but we were able to sign Stewart, Glasgow, and Ryan Tannehill. All right, so we've got those guys, and we're still, and hopefully Bond and Burton do take our offers. We can still do some more negotiations, but right now I don't really see a huge reason to be doing a whole lot of that. Maybe we can bring in one more tight end who fits our scheme, just to fill up more of a role there. But his interest has to be up there too, in my opinion. Ricky Seals-Jones, why not? Let's bring him actually in on a 2-year deal, and so that way we have a little bit more depth behind some of our other tight ends. Where does that put us? Does that put us very high? All right, well, we're at the top of his list, so that's good. I know doing a multi-year investment for a guy like Ricky may not be ideal, but you know, just kind of thinking about stacking up some players, you know. All right, let's go ahead and advance, and let's see if everybody that we negotiate with in free agency signed. And after that, we'll probably just move on to the draft. Let's see. In the third stage here, let's see if we are able to get everybody we targeted to sign. So we've got Grover, we got Bond, we got Burton, got Tannehill, and Ricky Seals-Jones signed as well. Okay, so we were able to get everybody that we targeted. Then again, this free agency class is not really anything too crazy because we're mostly just trying to fill up a couple of holes, and we've got, you know, still a lot of depth at every position because of, you know, contracts with guys. So we didn't really have to invest a whole lot, in my opinion, this offseason as far as free agency is concerned. Let's take a look at the final mock draft, because obviously I know Micah Hyde was still there, but if we can get that safety out of Miami that I want, which we're not projected to take anymore, we're actually projected to take Xavier Worthy out of UT. I mean, yeah, that'd be good, but we don't really need another receiver. Has that free safety shot up? Yeah, Kitchens is actually shot up to being possibly taken by the Bills at number 14. So I might have actually missed the boat on maybe going ahead and just offering a contract to somebody like Micah Hyde to just fill up that role. But we'll just have to see how the draft unfolds. We'll kind of see just who's at the top of the draft board and kind of just probably have to go from there. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I probably should have just gone ahead and gone for Hyde, but I assumed too much. I assumed that guy would be there. All right. Let's enter the draft. Let's get going.
It's now the Arizona Cardinals.
All right, so here we are at pick 23. All right, who's out here? Let's see. Now, if Worthy's still there, I mean, that's a possibility. Drake May is still available. Wow. Well, I think that free safety that we liked is gone. Is he? Yeah, he's gone. All right. Well, let's go back to the big board. Travian Henderson out of Ohio State is still there. You know, just taking best player available. You know, May doesn't really fit our scheme, so we're actually going to go with Henderson, a running back. I know that we have Stevenson, but hey, if he can form a 1-2 punch with Stevenson, if Henderson can do that, I think that would be okay for our first pick. I wanted that free safety. I wanted that Kitchens, but we didn't get him. All right, let's go ahead and make another selection here. So we've got a bunch of receivers who are high up here, but you know, we can probably afford to take a receiver. Let's take Rome out of Washington. He's a deep threat guy, kind of like Bourne, so I'm okay with taking another skill position guy. Gonna get some young guys in here, starting up the rebuild. So let's see here. We still got some corners here. Let me actually go with Kamari Lassiter out of Georgia. We could use some cornerback depth.
The New England Patriots are now on the clock.
Man, a bunch of receivers are still there. I'm actually going to take this right tackle, Ruben Fothery, the second out of Texas A&M. Yeah, I think that would be a good option. Maybe after you know, Onway moves on, we have somebody young that we can develop. And he fits our scheme too, so that's encouraging.
Patriots now on the clock.
Corey Brooks, another receiver. Bo Braid out of Maryland. This may be a little bit risky, but we're going to go ahead and select him because we do need a new free safety. I think, you know, Adrian Phillips we may have to rock with for this season, but you know what? We draft a young guy. Maybe he'll develop and be able to take over the starting role one day. We'll see. So now here we are in the 6th round. Brooks is still up there, and he fits our scheme, but I really don't want to take another receiver. Braden McGregor, Michigan. He fits our scheme too, so yeah, let's go ahead and draft him. Nice young guy to back up on the left side of the defensive line.
On the clock now, the New England Patriots.
So here we are once again in the 6th round. I have a bunch of picks. Cam Hart. Tyron Hooper out of Missouri, left outside linebacker. Let's actually going to go with him. Get some more linebacker depth behind Judon.
The New England Patriots are now on the clock.
Here we are in the 7th round. Gabe Hall, defensive tackle. That could be a good idea. Let's go with Gabe Hall, defensive tackle. Let's go with him. And I think we have no picks left, so that was it. We already got Tannehill as our 3rd string quarterback, so I don't really need another quarterback there. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at our draft picks for the first offseason. A couple of names you might recognize. So Travion Henderson was our 1st round pick out of Ohio State, 23rd pick. You know, yes, we have Stevenson, but he was the best player on the board behind Drake May. So we don't need a quarterback, so I decided to go with him. In the 2nd round, I took Rome Odunze, wide receiver out of Washington. I like him as a deep threat. Kamari Lassiter, cornerback out of Georgia, was our 3rd round pick. We took Ruben Fothery, the 2nd out of Texas A&M, right tackle. We took Bo Braid, free safety out of Maryland, and we took Braden McGregor, left in out of Michigan, and Tyron Hooper, left outside linebacker out of Missouri. So nothing to really write home to mama about in terms of this year's draft, but we were also trying to kind of just pick who was, you know, a player we needed or best position available on the board. So that's kind of the route that we've gone for this. So Tannehill is actually better than Zappy as far as on the depth chart. I want to see if I can maybe give him 17, but I don't know if we can do that. Let's kind of see what else the rest of the numbers are looking like. Yeah, Burton, we'll keep him wearing 47. And Ricky Seals-Jones is now our backup tight end behind Gesicki, so that's looking pretty good. And Graham Glasgow is now our starting right guard. He's a 76, and so is a 75. So he's a little bit better than him. And Ruben Fathere, the second. Let me see actually what his. Actually, let me go back really quick. Let's take a look at these numbers of our picks and see if maybe I can give them their numbers that they had in college. Let's see. Trevion Henderson. He's number 32, and he's number 32 here. Okay, all right. So he's good in terms of his college number. Parker. Rome Donze. What number's he? All right, he wore number 1. Well, Devontae Parker has number 1, so he'll rock 18 this season. Let's see. Yeah, Ruben. $76. I don't think we can give him 76. I think somebody else is probably wearing that number. Let's see here. Let's have him rock 78. Why not? Yeah, I think it's Calvin Richardson who's wearing 67. 76, excuse me. Braden McGregor. Let's see. Braden McGregor. He wore number 17, really? He wears 17 from Michigan? Okay. Bryce Baringer wears number 1. Number 17. Okay, well, let's just have him wear 93 for this year. Keon Smith. Grover Stewart. Gabe Hall. I don't think he's a real player. Oh, he is. He wears 95 for Baylor. Daniel and okay, yeah, we can't really give these guys their numbers. Zach Bond, Tyrone Hooper. I don't think he's real. Maybe he is. Or Hopper. I said Hooper. Yeah, we'll keep him wearing number 15. Because Bentley wears 8. We didn't draft any new corners, I don't think. Oh, yeah, we did. We drafted a Lassiter. Kamari Lassiter. Let's see. He wore number 3. Oh, and he's wearing number 3 here. Okay, so Lassiter's got his number like he's rocking it in Georgia. Phillips. Bo Braid. So Braid actually is our current backup free safety now, so that's pretty good. So that might not have been the worst pick that we could have done. Let's see if we can have him maybe change his number to to 25. That's what he wore at Maryland, or what he's wearing at Maryland, because he's still technically playing college ball. 11 rock 27. A few numbers different than what he wore in college. Yeah, because Marcus Jones is wearing 25. Okay. Well, I think as far as adjusting the roster, that's probably about all we're going to really do. So really don't need to change any positions or anything like that. We're kind of just going to, kind of keep things the way they are. I don't really think the depth chart needs to be severely adjusted or anything like that. So we're going to go ahead and simulate to get to the preseason, get to training camp, and I'll play the first preseason game. See what we're kind of working with. All right, we can already upgrade players right away, so this is good. Tannehill can upgrade. We'll do that. Yeah, Tannehill is going to start. Is going to be our backup during the preseason. That's what we're going to kind of go with. So let me actually just, really quickly take a look at the free agent pool and see who's out here starting out the second full season. Anybody that can help right away. Well, Zeke's out there, but we let him walk away for a reason. Strong safety curse. Yeah, there's nobody really out here. Yeah, nobody really out here can help us better than what we already have. So we're gonna kind of rock with what we have and just go with that. Let's go ahead and manage the roster, and let's take a look at the depth chart. Make sure that we're all kind of squared away there for the season. Yeah, we'll have Henderson back up Stevenson. Roundtree and Nichols are there. Burton's our new starting fullback. Yeah, Bourne. Rome's going to be our fourth receiver, so he'll probably get a decent amount of playing time this season for just being, a third-round pick. So it'll be good to see him out there for as much as he can be out there. Make sure we're squared away there. Yeah, we actually don't have another middle linebacker, but we should be good. Put Bolden in there as our punt returner. Try him out this preseason, see how he does, and if we need to make any adjustments, we'll do that. I think we have our correct long snapper, Joe Cordova. Yeah, let's put him in there as long snapper. Third down back, Stevenson. I mean, Trayon will get his touches, but all right. So I like the way things are with the depth chart right now. We'll leave it as is pretty much for the most part. Everything was really in order, perfectly in place. So let's go ahead and play our first preseason game against the Falcons. Play the moments, and we'll get going with year 2 of the Patriots rebuild. Let's go ahead and wear our regular home uniforms. Go up against the Falcons. All right. So not a whole lot is different about this team in year 2 as opposed to year 1 in terms of personnel. biggest difference is that Stevenson is going to be our main back this year, although we did draft Travion Henderson out of Ohio State. But we're going to have Stevenson be our main bell cow for this year. There's no Zeke in front of him anymore, so we're going to rock with him. But I like that. See if we can build on the momentum that we actually had last year, because despite what I did in the first reincarnation of this rebuild, we made the playoffs and we lost a wild card game. So we were better in the simulation than it was when I was creating Bill Belichick as a head coach. So it is what it is. So here we go. We're on offense to start the game. And let's see how this offense looks. We got a lot of guys out here that were here last year as well, but let's kind of just get everybody involved. Juju breaking tackles right away. On the curl route, makes a nice catch down the sideline. First down, big one. Big first play of the game. Big first pass from Mac Jones.
42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run it. This is Ramondre
Stevenson off the stretch play there. Didn't really gain too much, but
give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up
Stevenson powers his way forward, and he's 1 yard short.
Close to a first down at the Falcons' 23. They'll try and run for the first
down, Stevenson.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing Jones.
Wide open, touchdown, Kendrick Bourne. Let's go.
It's a touchdown.
Nice pass by Mac.
An 18-yard. A pretty big early test for the defense coming up. What can they dial up here to try and...
Looks like Ritter's still their quarterback. They still have Bijan Robinson, so it looks like the Falcons didn't really have a whole lot of turnover. Well, speaking of turnovers, we get one with our linebacker right there, bringing it all the way back. So way to shut the door on them on their first drive. And we did score again, but the Falcons scored. They're knocking on the doors here to try to get some points before the end of the quarter.
Inside the 15. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And Robinson gets to the outside. We were doing chase, but we got almost the first down. It's the end of the first quarter, so all the starters are probably going to be out now, so we'll put their backups in there.
Second quarter now, Falcon football. As they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up.
And they find their way into the end zone for 6.
Falcon touchdown.
So, first play with the backups in there for our defense didn't do so well. Falcons got on the board. They were able to tie the game. So now we got Ryan Tannehill at the helm, the former Dolphin and Titan, now a backup in New England. But we've got Henderson, our first-round pick, in there. I'm interested to see him get the carry, and he gets down inside the 5, almost to the end zone. Another halfback dive and see if we can get him in the end zone.
And they'll run again.
And Henderson, the rookie out of Ohio State, is in for 6. Nice job.
Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Patriots.
And we get the lead back, 21-14. Back on defense here, trying to stop another Falcons drive. It's 3rd down and 4 for them.
In the second quarter. From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got...
It's 1st down and goal. Let's see if we can keep him out of the end zone.
Let's get back to the action. This defense will need to string together a few stops here as they defend a 1st and goal from the 6-yard line. They'll run here.
We got good penetration in there, but
gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Algier before we got a few yards.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Yeah, they are, I guess, right. There. And he almost got in, but he's still yards short of the goal.
Now
it's a 2-minute morning. They're trying to score to tie this thing up before the half. And our second string defense is trying to hold serve here. Let's see if we can do it. It's 3rd and goal. Let's go with guts here. Get in the middle of that line and stop him. And Algier pounds his way into the end zone for the 6. The defense didn't hold serve there, but it's okay. It's preseason.
Now can this offense
We still have a chance to get some points before the half. We got less than 2 minutes. We have all 3 of our timeouts left. Let's get down this field with Tannehill, see if we can get some points. And we get a drop by our tight end. Jeez.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it.
All right,
Sometimes
Douglas
you
on
have
the
too
slant
much time on your
here.
hands, right? You end up thinking way too
Douglas.
much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but
ahead and,
that's a catch he should have made. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
Open things up a little bit.
Tannehill.
Oh boy, that was a bad decision. Okay, that was almost a really bad interception.
Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber.
That was a bad idea. Bad read, bad idea.
Does, and it's 2nd down. Tannehill throwing again.
There's a rookie. Come on, you gotta catch that, man.
A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Come on, Rome.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Tannehill.
Shakes. There we go.
He's caught, and he's brought down.
Timeout.
Now the Patriots
I
going
think
to
that was Tyquan Thornton on the catch.
As they'll get a
Nice
chance
job.
to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. On 1st down, Tannehill.
Come on, Douglas. And I almost threw another pick.
Kind of surprising to see defenders.
I'm just getting a little too happy for
Get
the
away,
team right now.
get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Tannehill.
Thornton, come on, come back to it. There you go. Nice job, nice catch. Try to go with a little bit of no huddle
And
here.
that's going to be good for
See if I can
another
catch him off
1st
guard.
down as the tackle's made at the Falcons.
Not burning a lot of
21.
time here. That's good. I don't want to burn a lot of time just doing something like that. Just throw it away.
Now throw right side.
Unfortunately,
You're
I
gonna
was-
be incomplete.
That was not grounding. The receiver was in the area.
And
So
they
that
come
was
through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more
oh, man.
yardage.
Break that. There we go, rookie. And Rome gets the 1st down. Nice job. Let's call another timeout. Nice job of breaking away. We have 1 timeout left. I'm going to take a few more shots, but if we don't have anything materializing, we'll just settle for 3 to get the lead at half.
Throwing again is Tannehill.
Throw it. And he caught it. Touchdown,
Patriot
Patriots.
touchdown.
Nice job, Douglas.
10 yards out. And the Patriots.
Touchdown before the half. Kind of rolled out with Tannehill, which I probably shouldn't have done. Made the throw a little bit more off balance, but hey, I mean, it's just what it is.
Here, following the interception, a golden chance for points as the offense is back out there with a 1st and goal to go.
Seals Jones
This will be
outside,
caught
makes the
about
catch.
5.
He's down.
A gain of 9 there.
Inside
Sets up
inside
2nd and
the
goal.
I know
Go to
sometimes
halfback dive here with the rookie Henderson.
catches as we just saw
He can get in for a second touchdown.
He really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
They stopped him that time.
Not super huge, maybe not counted on to be
We're gonna run it
that
again.
inline point of
So
attack
the halfback
blocker,
lead.
but
We
used to
got
have
1
it
yard
a
to
good
go.
old
We can't
days.
pound this
But you
in.
can
Then
flex him out. You can run wide
Woof.
receiver routes with him. You can
That'll
touchdown,
take it
Henderson.
into the end zone for a
with his 2nd
Patriot
rushing touchdown of the game.
A great
In
play
his
there.
NFL debut. Falcons drove right down the field, but we're still leading by 7.
2nd down now. This defense
Now,
sort of
well,
finding
it's in the 3rd
themselves with
quarter,
their
and they're
backs
threatening.
against
There's
the
been a
wall.
lot of points scored in
In
this
the red
game.
zone. So
It's a,
both teams trade
25 to
touchdowns in the 3rd as
28
we're
game.
through 3 quarters of play.
2nd and
We'll
7,
return with
Falcons are
more
driving.
Preseason football on EA Sports.
Start of the 4th quarter.
Lance to throw on 2nd
They usually
down
put on
here.
8-minute quarters.
This will be caught just
Oh,
inside the
that
10.
almost could have been a fumble.
And the Falcons are
I
going
mean,
to
Ray, the rookie, came up and laid a pretty good hit on 82, but he didn't fumble it. Also, he was wide open as well. That was a bad coverage.
They'll look to run with Algier.
Oh, no, they're not in.
Bring him down after just a short pickup.
Nice tackle.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Algier
Push it.
again.
Ah!
He is into the
Algier's in the end zone
for a
first.
Falcon
I believe his
touchdown.
2nd score of the day.
Tyler Algier.
Should tie it up. Falcons do. Back on defense again.
This defense looking to preserve
Still have a way to
the
go.
tie,
It's
trying to
1st
keep
and
this
10.
offense out of
We're almost at
field
the
goal
2-minute
range here
warning. I
late.
really don't want them to get more yardage.
First down, Lance on the slant.
He
He
almost
finds
got there, but
Washington.
couldn't.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. All 3 timeouts
An
plus the
interception,
2-minute
turnover.
warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Done off the 35.
Now a play fake. Lance.
Sack, there we
The
go.
ball comes out
Well,
on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It was incomplete still.
They'll try
Way to get
again
the
here.
pressure on.
2nd and 10. Lance looking to throw it. Able
There we
to
go.
find Jones.
Oh, nice job. Nice tackle.
All tied up.
Looks like it is
Less
Trey
than
Lance
2
as their
minutes
backup
to go.
quarterback, so Dallas must have cut him.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. A lot on the line here, even for just a preseason game.
3rd and
Jobs
6.
to be won
Let's get
and
off this field,
lost.
guys.
It's 3rd down. Dumps this one off
All
to
right.
Algier.
Well, they ran a bad pattern that was pretty short. So now we got a chance to get this after the punt. Go down and win this game. All tied at 35. But let's go ahead and actually let this go into the end zone for a touchback.
And
We don't want to take a risk of running it out and maybe not having our guy get up to where he needs to get to. All right, so here we go. They're going to give us the whole drive. Got to go 2-minute drill here. We got all 3 timeouts. So, got a pretty good shot here.
Here's Tannehill. And that's caught left side. Seals Jones
nice
with it.
catch.
Now this will
Run
leave
the
him a
huddle
yard
quickly.
short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Tannehill.
We're going to throw it out there.
He's going to flip
Henderson.
that out to the flat. It's complete.
Run the huddle again.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
He's wide open down the middle. There we go.
Throw over the middle, taken in.
Let's take a timeout.
And they're going to have this across midfield.
It was a great throw by Tannehill. Great catch by the rookie Rome.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Could run the
Here's
ball a little bit
1st
with
and
the rookie
10.
Henderson here and see if we can get in prime position.
They'll try and
to
run
kick a
this
field
one right
goal.
up the gut. Here comes 2nd down.
43 seconds.
Throwing Tannehill.
Oh, man.
Can't
Timeout.
He's taken down.
Oh, man.
Now the
I
Patriots
probably
will use the
made a
second
bad
of their
idea by running
timeouts. As the
play,
clock
a
will stop
pass
with
play.
35 seconds left to go.
Now we're almost
Big
out
play
of field
needed,
goal
no
range.
doubt. 3rd and long. Now Tannehill.
Oh, Bourne couldn't hold on.
Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, let's just play it safe. Let's punt it. And
Patriots
let's
send out their
hope that our
punter
defense can
as
hold
he's
it.
on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away.
Good roll.
And a
There we
great
go.
job
They're inside the
on
5 to
special
start
teams
this
to
drive.
down
They
it
have all
as
3 of
this
their
will be marked
timeouts
down
left, but
inside the 5-yard line.
couldn't even stop them before it's overtime. I hate the idea of overtime in the preseason, but still.
So, Charles, this is a game that certainly had some intrigue. But
Oh, I
think you
forgot.
and I
We don't
both
have
agree we
overtime
like
in the
decision
preseason.
to not play overtime
They got
in
rid of it.
preseason and just call it a draw.
Partner, I want to meet
All
the
right,
person
well,
who
we
disagrees
tie
with this decision, and I
the
just wonder what
Falcons.
took so long for
But
the league
overall,
to arrive at this
some good
conclusion. They
things
put the
happened in
rule
this
for
game.
the 2021 season, and it
You
should have
know,
been in a
rookies
long
played
time
well.
ago.
Our backups
Yeah, some
played
rookies
pretty
might miss some
decently,
plays, but all
you
in
know,
all,
it is what
no
it
one's
is.
paying attention when we get to the end of a preseason game.
So that'll do it for us, for my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working...
Yeah. I hate ties, but That's never happened to me, actually, in Madden for a while, getting a tie. You know. I guess it's preseason. We should have just gone for it, tried to kick the field goal at the end. But, I mean, I forgot that, you know, the rules change in preseason where there's no overtime. So we tie with the Falcons. And, yeah. All right, well, let's go ahead and advance kind of through the preseason. We'll get to cut days, and then we'll key everything up for the start of the regular season. Let's upgrade. We lost our second preseason game to the Cardinals, and our last game of the exhibition season is against the looks like the Bucks. So we're gonna go ahead and play them on the road, and we're gonna get to cut down day, and we actually have a new injury. Oh man, who's hurt? Hopefully nobody too significant. Verdon Lowe, right tackle, has a high ankle sprain. He's out for 1 week. And Ruben Fathere, the second, our rookie right tackle, is out for 3 weeks with broken ribs. Well, unfortunately, our right tackles are taking a bit of a hit, but our starter is still healthy, so that's not too bad. And plus, you know, the other guy will be back after 1 week. I mean, we're going to let everybody heal up pretty easily right now because it's preseason, and we're getting ready for a regular season anyway, so yeah. And we actually won our final preseason game against the Bucks. So we got a lot of stuff to do here. First of all, let's upgrade players. We got to cut a lot of guys. There's going to be some tough decisions here to be made for our roster. We got to cut 15 players. So yeah, we're going to have a lot of cutting to do. But a lot of these guys were kind of made up practice squad guys anyway. So you know, some of these guys are, you know, easy pickings for, you know, in terms of being able to cut them, you know. All right, well, yeah, we don't, I'm not going to do anything with quarterbacks. Let's go ahead and put Nichols on practice squad. They'll give us 3 running backs to go with this season. Let's go with receivers. Andrew Bachil, let's go ahead and cut him. We have a bunch of extra receivers. We have plenty of depth. Jeff Cotton Jr., we're going to go ahead and cut him as well. Dylan Stoner, we may cut him actually. Yeah, we just got too many receivers. We're going to cut Stoner as well. How many receivers? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 receivers. Probably keep 7. Kayshawn Bowden, let's go ahead and move him to practice squad. And let's cut Powell. All right, still got to cut 9 guys, or put 9 on practice squad. Calvin Anderson, we're not doing probably anything with the offensive line in terms of cutting guys. Actually, Jimmy Morsey, go ahead and cut him. Nothing at center. Nothing with the guards. Tackles are still okay. Got a lot of defensive ends here. Let's go ahead and cut Taron Jackson. Let's see. Let's go ahead and put Sam Roberts on practice squad. Let's put Gabe Hall on practice squad, our rookie that we drafted out of Baylor. Left outside linebacker. Let's put Hooper on the practice squad as well. And let's put Weatherford on the practice squad as well. A lot of corners. Bolden. I'm kind of using him as our punt returner, so I don't know if I want to do anything really with him. Yeah, corners are kind of... Let's go ahead and move Bolden actually to practice squad. We'll have somebody else return punts. Wade, free safety. Got a couple of guys here. Got a handful of guys actually. Let's go ahead and cut. Let's go ahead and cut Tyreek Jones. No increase in cap space. Yeah, let's just go ahead. Schooler. Let's move him to practice squad. And that's it. So we've taken care of our cut days and everything. And let's go ahead and advance to the regular season, and then I'll start wrapping up the live stream. Pretty interested in what the second year of our team looks like. Obviously, last season we couldn't have Matthew Judon out there. We had a bunch of guys who were injured that couldn't play due to the fact that they were on IR. So, change a little bit. But overall, I'm pretty interested. I'm pretty excited. I like the team that we have. You know, we may be 80s across the board, but I think we got a decent team. I like the way our squad looks, so we're gonna kind of rock with that. Let's go ahead and take care of the draft class. We should be able to get one for the 2025 draft in the community files. So let's see if we can do that. Let's go ahead and do the 2025 draft class. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and overwrite that file. And this one should include some guys from the 2025 draft. So let's take a look. So we've got guys in here like Drew Alar, we got Alexander, we got Will Campbell, Will Johnson, Bear Alexander, Marvin Jones Jr. So yeah, this one doesn't go as deep as the first draft class that's from the Madden share, but still, there's some guys in here that that are names that people know. So it's still good. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the live stream. Thank you guys very much for tuning in to episode part 2, I should say, of the New England Patriots rebuild. Trying to build off last season technically, because we did win our division and we didn't make the playoffs, and we made the division, made the playoffs, lost a wild card game to the Browns. So hopefully we can be bigger and better this season. Overall, I'm going to see if Matt Jones is still the answer at quarterback, or if we need to get somebody better down the line. We'll look into that maybe and just see what this season brings. If we have a subpar season where we don't make the playoffs, don't really compete for the division title, then that may give me an indication that we may have to do a little bit more of an overhaul to get this team back to being competitive in the AFC and maybe winning another championship for the Patriots franchise. So thank y'all for tuning in, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good rest of your day.